Hey guys, Jackie here with channeled messages from the great beings within. Today we're going to look at how the artificial matrix is not our enemy. We'll start looking at how this artificial matrix, false identity, this out of control, judgmental, anxiety driven, emotional roller coaster part of your existence is in fact not an enemy. The concept of enemy is yet another delusional concept created by the artificial matrix to keep you in attack mode and cause you to forget your true purpose. The artificial matrix, or overinflated ego, as some might call it, your persona, your worldly self. This is basically the veil upon reality your untamed brain has created. Let's say the ability to achieve Christ frequency, which is access to Source, has been placed into everybody that is born onto this planet. The body, your very excellent, well-designed vehicle, is simply that, a vehicle. And you are the pristine divine intelligence driving this vehicle, unless of course you have forgotten which is which, and the vehicle has learned to drive itself without regard to your greater expression. Now clearly, the brain is highly useful and necessary for us to manifest into the physical reality. It just simply needs to be reworked to fulfill our needs only and not confuse itself by creating unnecessary, empty, worldly things. As well, the ego, which stems from the brain, has a purpose, which is to protect itself from really anything that comes to destroy it. So it has its use for us living on this planet, but it must be kept in check. And to do this, we must fully comprehend where it's at. This egoic persona from out of the false matrix does not need to die completely, unless you choose that path, as one man did, for that was his destiny. Perhaps we will all choose that path at one time or another, as we transcend this place and move on to other experiences. So our assignment for this moment is to continue identifying the ego, including the sore spots we tend to avoid, and basically figure out how to work with it in peace, so we don't destroy our lives with it. Maybe we will come to look at the voices in our heads not just simply as our normal thoughts, but as two separate, distinct allies. One as the vehicle and one as Source or Christ or simply I. Yes, I know this can be a really strange way to visualize this, but I will say for me, doing it this particular way, separating myself from negative thoughts, triggered emotions, low levels of self-worth, etc. This separation perspective is helping me make light years of progress and letting all of that go. Kind of like walking around the wall rather than disassembling it. You could also view it as we are at our core, the tree of life, right? Source, the never-ending supply of light energy. All of these emotional problems and energetic baggage, false beliefs of imperfections and lackingness, all of that is like this sucker that pops up next to our tree and has grown out of proportion using our water and resources endlessly. So if we cut off our attention to this external matrix weed and put our focus back onto endless Christ light energy, the weed will wither away down to the level where it becomes useful again, back into harmony with all of existence. Again, it doesn't need to die completely right now. It just needs to get trimmed back. A lot. Like Dorothy in the creepy forest, that forest was her own out-of-control, overgrown inner self. She just needed a little courage to face it all, clean it up, and eventually, we all make it to the Emerald City and our own perfect castles. Analyze the wall as much as seems useful to you, but eventually this becomes pretty useless brain activity. Learn as much as you can from that wall. It clearly plays a part of your mission. Just be sure it's not becoming an aggressive hurdle to further progressing on your path to the kingdom.